All right, this is Elizabeth Floyd, and we're going through the steps of using Audacity for audio assessment purposes. Here it is on our desktop, and we're just going to double click, and up it pops. The first thing we'll notice are the tools that we have here on the very top. We have pause, play, stop, rewind, fast forward, and record. And what's important to know is that when we use pause, we're going to keep the same audio recording as we record. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. So first I'm going to start with pushing record. And as I'm talking, up here we see my voice levels, and down here we see my voice print, so that we know that it is working. And I've been talking for about 10 seconds now. And if I push pause, I can go and find my student's paper that I need to give them assessment on. And once I bring it back up, I'm able to continue recording. I'm going to push pause one more time. And I'm still using the same audio track because I only pushed pause. And now I can give more feedback. And I want to give feedback to the paper we looked at earlier of Miss Bellino. She was writing a welcome letter to the families in her classroom. So I'm going to say, Miss Bellino, on page 1, on paragraph 2, you said you got a degree in early childhood from Maryland University. I think this is a good place to add in what your certifications are and your previous grade levels you have taught. And I'm going to pause it again, and then I'm going to keep reading until I find another piece of information that I need to give her. And I'll just keep going back and forth doing that. And the reason I want to push pause is because if I push stop, it is going to create a separate audio track, which is mostly used for like if we're making music and we're audio engineers. And we're not. We're just trying to give some students some feedback on their papers. And now that I've given this feedback to the student, I am ready to save it. So I'm going to come, oh, you can't see it. I'm going to come up over to File, and it pops down. Hopefully you can see it now. And I toggle down to Export, and then over here to export as MP3. All right, and now I'm ready to save my my audio file. And the reason I'm saving it as an MP3 and exporting it is because if we save it as a project in Audacity, it will just continue to be a voice track project. So it's not giving me an MP3 that they can open anywhere else. They have to open it with the Audacity program. All right, so I'm going to save it as the numeric number of 80 because that's going to remind myself that's the grade that the student has received. And then I'm going to save it as the student's name. So 80 Carrie Bellino. And I'm going to make sure it's in my file for Floyd and make sure it's in the class that I'm teaching for the semester. All right, and once I'm all done, I'm just going to push save. And here I can add some more information. I could say that this is Elizabeth Floyd as our author. You can have a little bit more fun with it. You could say your album title is your class. Your track title could even be the name of the paper. And what's really fun is if you come down to genre, you get to change the genre of your audio recording. So if you're really fun, ooh, is it going to stay? Oh, guess not. Well, sometimes you can type in things like funk pop. And then now it's that kind of recording now. And then I can just push OK. And it is now exporting this audio, and it's going to show up in my files. So let's go find it just to make sure that it recorded perfectly. All right. Finder. Go to my documents. Floyd. All right, and there it is. So it's now an MP3 file. So when I go into my learning management system, I'm able to upload it to my student for their feedback, for their grade, and everything else that needs to go with that. And that is how we're using audio feedback for assessment using Audacity. And the reason, I know I'm on a Mac, but the reason I'm using Audacity is because it is it's a free program and it works on multiple platforms. So it's easier to support the organization and the activity of providing this feedback because not everyone's going to have a Mac or not everyone could have the GarageBand software as well. All right, and so thank you for listening.